loud.
Yes, I know, but when you're staggering out a bar moment, you want somebody to collapse quickly.
Yeah. Plus, they're really nice, and they have nice bathrooms and nice old fixtures in the kitchen.
Old fixtures. Well, first of all, slightly different character from Pearl.
Yes.
When they came to, I mean, how did this project land in your lap? Did they come to you? Did you go to them? Or?
Well, I'd known about the story and lots of different projects, that were happening in Hollywood, and when I heard that Christine Vachon was going to make the Tina Brandon story, I said, oh my, well, I have to get the script, and I want to, audition, of course. So, just sort of how it happened. I read the script, and then I went in and met with Kimberly.
Have you ever been to that part of the world? Or do you know those states? Because it seems like a whole other world.
It does. I've never been, no. Never been to Mid-America, no.
What do you think of Mid-America?
I don't know. I'm thinking about moving there, actually.
Yeah, what do you think about these characters' lives? That seem to be running in a tiny circle that rotates around a very short, small space. And that's everything. They do the same things. They have the same lives. They fall into the same traps. Generation after generation, geographically, everything. And that your character typifies that, but she wants to break out more than most.
Yeah.
She breaks out emotionally.
Yeah, I don't know. What do I think about that?
Yeah, I mean, what your character goes through in that regard.
Well, I think my character, there's no father figure in the family, and she's, working in a factory supporting her mother, and, her mother is an alcoholic mess in the movie, and, I think she feels a lot of responsibility, for her mother, and that's why she doesn't leave, emotionally. As you said, she leaves, but she escapes this world. But, when she has the chance to leave with Brandon, she just can't. She can't walk away from, from her mother, from her family. So.
I talked to Hillary already, and I told her I never want to see this film again. It was so harrowing. I said it was like watching a car crash about to happen in slow-mo, and it takes 2 hours to get there, but it's going to happen. It's inevitable. It's the next day. How was it like making this movie? Was it harrowing as well? Seeing all the trauma and the stress and the
It was the hardest movie I've ever made. Not only because of the, time constraints and, working 4 weeks of nights, but also, the emotional content of all the scenes and what we had to go through every day, and knowing that it was a real story, and, Kimberly fighting with the producers, and, and there was a lot. She's a real warrior. I really respect her. She really fought for her movie and what, she wanted. For her vision. She really fought hard.
How was it working with Hillary, considering all the technical things that she had to be aware of at all times? What was it like for you trying to create that bond?
The bond just sort of was there. I mean, for us, I think we didn't really do that much, back research because, our characters just meet, in the movie, and so I thought it was better if we didn't know too much about each other, and it's more spontaneous, sort of. So.
And was it easy working because she has so much to go through?
Every scene was different. It's hard to say, but she's a great actress, and she's easy to work with as an actress. So yeah.
Yeah, because the reason I asked that question is because she did so much prep for the role. She was saying she tried to be as a boy for 4 weeks before she went out into the production. So how did she wish to be treated? Did she wish? Or was it just like as soon as the cameras are off, it's back to Hillary?
No, she was very private. Yeah. So she was always, dressing like a boy, and she wasn't really like hanging with the boys like I'm a guy. She's sort of off on her own a lot.
For your character, she's the one who has no issues or no confusion about who Brandon is. Brandon's a boy all the way through it. Definitely, absolutely, totally. Yes, obviously, but she still refers to her as him all the way through it. What do you think was going on in her mind? Or how did you feel was going on in your character's mind?
I feel like, you know, with Lana was just, you know, swept off her feet by this guy, and you know, he inspired her so much, and he was the best sex she ever had, you know, and you know, he was handsome, he was gentle with her, and you know, and told her she was beautiful, and you know, I think she thought he really meant it, and I'm sure he did, and I think she's just, you know, so in love with him that when she does realize that maybe he is a girl, she just, you know, rejects it completely and tries to convince herself otherwise, you know. So.
Does it make a difference for you when you realize that, you know, even though these are fictional the characters as you draw them, as you create them, are your characters,
Mm-hmm.
that this actually happened? This happened to somebody. There's a place in this world where these things could have occurred and did.
They did, yes. It's very hard. It's hard for me to even talk about it now. It's hard for me to promote the film.
Why?
Because, of course, I get lots of questions like this about my character, and then I'm afraid that the real Lana's out there somewhere and she's going to see it. Well, I'm not like that, or, you know. So it was really important for me to separate this, you know, true story from the movie we were making.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's why I said the events,
Mm-hmm.
but not the characters.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the characters you're on. You don't know these people.
Yeah, but there are lots of, like, the way you know, I modeled my look after the way she looks, her hair, and the way she dresses, and a lot of her mannerisms. So, I don't know, I feel like I'm sort of stealing parts of her, you know?
Part of acting.
Yeah, I guess it is. I'm not sure I want to portray a real person again, though. At least not a living one.
Well, at least not at this awful, you know, the events that happened. I mean, it may be a happier story, perhaps.
Yeah,
Not
perhaps.
something so incredibly traumatic.
Yeah. I don't know, I always tend to get in those kind of movies, though. I don't know why that always happens. My mother's really...
Yeah, what's your
She's
mother
over.
saying now? Honey, please, do a Disney movie.
Yes, do a comedy, Chloe. She wants me to be in a period drama. I said, well, those aren't very happy, mostly. I don't know.
No, and the corsets. Bitch.
No, I want to wear a corset.
Okay.
I do. I so badly do.
Well, you know, that can be arranged without the movie, but
Yes,
you
yeah.
know, finally, I mean, I didn't know what to expect when I sat down.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I deliberately go into a movie not reading anything because I just want
Well, that's a good idea.
because you see, otherwise I lose all enjoyment of it too, because I see so many bloody movies.
Mm-hmm.
So when you see people sitting down, they'll probably know already what the story's based on, but what do you want them to get out of it? I mean, what do you want them to see? Because here in the big cities, we'll have our own takes on it already. We're used to these issues. Go to Bar Maman. You know, but what do you want people in Middle America to think when they see this?
I don't like the Bar Marmont.
Wasn't it?
Did you just say that? No, I don't really know. I'm sorry. I don't like to comment on those sorts of things.
I know, that's why I keep asking you.
I mean, I don't like it when people say to me, this is the message of my movie, and you should take this, that, and the other thing away from it. I like to take my own, you know.
What did you take? Again, a question you don't have to answer.
You won't let up.
Well, okay, why don't you like people answering that? Why don't you like answering that question? Do you think everybody should find what they want to find in it?
Yes.
Hate message films too, huh?
No, I don't hate them, but I don't know. I don't know. I like Spielberg.
Yeah. Well, okay, well, let me wrap it up this way. Just saying, I mean, do you feel that these issues of transgender, these issues of sexuality, these issues of choices will ever become cleared up in the human condition? I mean, do you think we're getting better as time goes by? I mean, not that it'll ever be cleared up, but do you think we're getting better as a society?
I don't know. I mean, look what just happened last week with a teacher, you know, going through the sex change. I mean, that's pretty amazing. I mean, that's, you know, that's huge news. And, you know, everybody in the country heard about that. And, you know, how many people will see this movie? You know, not many, but I think it's becoming more and more, you know, in the public eye, you know. So I think that's a good thing.
Okay, we'll leave it there.
All right.
Actually, one good story is a British Army sergeant. Male, went off to have an operation. Yeah, we're done. You can recognize me.